What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Makeup by Mama G. Today we're going to be doing a crazy fun look. It was actually inspired by this picture right here. That's the picture I used as inspiration. I tried to recreate it. What do you guys think? Does it look like it? So, yeah, today we're going to be using Mayra's Cosmetics. I got a couple things from her a couple weeks ago that I thought would be perfect for this look. I've been wanting to recreate this look for the longest time, so I'm excited that I finally got to do it. So I hope you guys like it, and let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is start off with our base like we always do. I'm going to first prime my eye area with Too Faced Shadow Insurance. For those of you who don't know what this is, it's just a translucent base that'll keep your eyeshadow in place and prevent it from creasing, and it'll make it last all day long. For this particular look, I'm going to bring it under the lid or the eyes as well, because there's going to be color coming down here. And I'm also just whatever's left on my finger, I'm just going to spread out over here because we're also going to be applying color over there. Okay, so now that that's all spread out, I'm also going to use Pandora's eyelid primer. It's, to me, it's kind of like an eyelid primer and a concealer in one because it neutralizes all my blemishes on my lid. So I'm just going to apply this all over the lid. I'm also going to bring it towards the tear duct area because we are going to be applying color in here. And I'm just going to blend that all the way out. Again, I'm going to apply it on the lid, underneath the eye, and on my temple right here. Now we're going to take dark brown, and I'm using Sigma's 209 brush. It's the eyeliner brush. I'm going to pick a little bit up from the baggie. You don't need a lot with this color right now because right now we're just making the shape. And so we're going to lightly create the crease line. So I put a little bit onto my brush, and I'm going to start right here on the outer part. I'm just going to create that line where it comes to a point. Again, I'm doing this very, very softly. I don't want to make it too harsh yet because I'm not going to make the harsh line until after we put the yellow on. Again, this is just to create the line. I will blend a little bit of the color upwards towards the brow bone, but for right now I'm just keeping it nice and soft. And then I'm going to pick a little bit along the way, and I'm just going to now that I have the color all the way out here, I'm going to bring it up and over. So there's only a little bit on my brush, and I'm just following my eye socket. You know, you guys can feel right here, right in between your brow bone and your eyeball where the eye socket's at. And I'm just blending this. Again, there's only a little bit of color, as you can see. And I'm bringing it a little bit towards the nose because we are going to have this blended look like this. So I'm just going to continue following that line like so. And then with Sigma's 219 brush, the pencil brush, I'm going to pick some more up. Again, very lightly. We only need a little bit. And then I'm just going to start blending above that line. You don't want to go under this line. You want to stay above this line because that's what's going to give that, you know, definition, that crease, that cut crease. So right now I'm just softly blending it. It's not as harsh yet like this one. My reasoning for this is because I'm going to go back onto this crease after we've applied the yellow. So right now I'm just blending it, and I'm kind of bringing it out so that way that point comes out and it's blended out at the same time. You know, we want to keep this blended look going on even though there is a harsh line. Just the look is just blended out in some areas. So now I'm just blending this out by just using some sweeping motions. So that looks good for now. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take lemon juice. It looks matte inside the jar, but when you apply it on, it has a very, very slight shimmer, so it's really, really pretty. See, it looks really bright, and it is. It's a really pretty color. You got to pack it on a little bit, but, you know, it's okay. So I'm going to tap off the extra, and now I'm just going to pat this all over the lid. I'm going to bring it into the tear duct area. We do want to bring it into the tear duct area. And you want to make sure that you completely cover all of your lid. Over here in that little area, it's okay if you accidentally get some on the brown because you're just going to cover it up anyways. And now with the, what is this, the 275 brush, the angled shadow brush, I'm going to pick some more up. And I'm going to bring it to a point using the edge of that brush. I'm also going to bring it down here. I need to pick some more up from the jar. I'm going to bring some down here. Again, this must come to a point right here. It's got to come to a point. So I'm just going to keep picking some up, adding it along the way. There we go. And I'm going to come about to where, if I'm looking straight, where the brown on my eyes start. That's where I'm going to end that yellow. So now that I'm done with the yellow, I'm going to go back to that dark brown. I'm picking up the pencil brush, which is the 219 brush from Sigma. And then I'm just going to go right back over that crease. Now it's time to define it and darken it. So we're going to start on the outer part. We're just going to create that line. I'm bringing it out, dragging it out, creating that point. And then I'm going to bring it up and over the crease. Now that it's darkened up, I'm just going to use the same brush and I'm just going to blend it by using, just really short strokes. I'm going to blend it up towards the brow bone. I'm not going to take it all the way up to my brow. That's not how she had it in the picture. And so I'm just smoothing it out now, blending it out, making sure that this comes to a point. We still want that point. So I need to drag this part out towards the pointed area now. Like so. I'm just using left and right motions, bringing the color out. I'm just using whatever's on the brush and whatever's on the eye right now. Right here, I'm just going to blend it out by using short strokes again. See how it looks just a lot softer? It's not as harsh right here anymore. So, there. So, with the 239 brush from Sigma and Electric Lime, which is this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous green, I thought this was perfect for the look. I'm just going to apply this outside of the temple, or not outside of the temple, but on the temple. I'm going to start off right here, and then I'm just going to blend it upwards. I'm kind of bringing it up towards where my arch is on my brow. I'm also going to apply it under the brow, so I'm just going to pat it under there. So it needs to go on the outer part, as well as underneath. So I'm going to dab it first. But I'm going to blend this down. I mean, it's a pretty thick shade of green that she did underneath the eye. So I'm just bringing the color down, blending it out. This I'm trying to get all over here. So the next thing we're going to do is take the 109 brush, and this is MAC's Tippy Blush. Came out with the Hello Kitty collection. I'm going to pick some up onto the brush, and I'm going to first apply it to the apples of my cheeks. So I'm just going to smile, blend it onto the apples of my cheeks, and then I am going to take it all the way to towards the corner of my ear. So for right here, kind of highlight it, I'm using the Body Shop's Cool Dusk Blush. It's a trio shade. I'm just going to use that same brush, that contour brush. I'm going to pick up the lightest pink in the trio, this one right here, and I'm just going to apply it to the inner part where the apple of the cheek is. It's just going to highlight a bit of it. So after we're done with that, we're going to line our eyes, this dramatic liner. I'm going to get my waterline and I'm going to tight line the upper rim first. So just going to get that out of the way. So I'm just lining it. Again, just practice this, guys. A lot of you guys, are always like, how the heck do you do that? Just practice, practice, practice. I used to poke myself in the eye all the time. I still do every now and then when I'm like rushing. So I'm just going to line my waterline now. A lot of you guys have been asking, why don't I line with like a pencil? I don't have many eye pencils. The ones that I do have, I just don't use them myself. Okay, so now I'm just going to start thickening it up on the bottom with whatever I have on the brush and whatever product is on my bottom lash line. I'm kind of like smudging it out, I would say. So I'm just thickening it up. Now, with the same brush, I'm just going to pick a little bit up. I'm going to extend it outwards. So I'm going to kind of follow that point that I drew in earlier with the dark brown. That is why I wanted that point there first, so that way we just follow that for the liner. So I'm just going to follow that line. I'm going to kind of bring it out, so that way it comes to a nice little point. So I'm kind of just like whipping it up. There we go. And then on the top, I'm just going to line my top lash line and connect it now. So I'm going to start right here. Starting off with a thin line. We could thicken it up later. And I'm just going to bring that line down. So for the point, I'm going to use a very thin eyeliner brush. This is NYX's eyeliner brush. I'm going to pick a little bit up, and all I'm going to do is just kind of just dab it in the corner. I don't like making it super pointy. I just think with my eye shape it just doesn't look good. So right now I'm just drawing in the corner, kind of bringing it to the point right here, and then connecting it to the bottom. Okay, so I already applied my lashes. I applied Bliss number 83s. They're supposed to be, you know, the same thing as red cherries, but I picked these ones because I thought they were very similar to the ones that were in the photo. So now while the glue is drying, I'm just going to do my lips. I'm using Jordana's Baby Dreams lip liner. You can find Jordana like at, I've seen it at Walmart. I've also seen it at like the little stores, like little boutique stores or Dollar General stores, in like the little Mexican and Asian plazas, or at least that's how it is in my area where I live. I believe they sell Jordana online too. I don't know, I gotta check. So it's just like a neutral kind of pink. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, I'm just going to take... Oh, cover your mouth while you're coughing. You okay? I'm going to take MAC's Bubblegum lipstick, which just came out. Or actually, it hasn't came out yet. It's available online for MAC's Spring Color Forecast collection. It's a really light pink. Look at this. Yeah, those are swatches. How'd you pull those swatches up? He's looking at He's looking at lip gloss swatches.
Oh, this.
Okay. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to take Heavenly Naturals Pretty Please lip gloss. I'm going to take whatever's in the lid with the lip brush. And I'm just going to apply that right over the lipstick. It's just going to give it a lighter pink kind of color. It's also going to gloss it up. I love this lip gloss. It has that mint. I love the smell of mint. I don't know about you guys, but mint is so refreshing to me. Okay. And that's pretty much it, guys, for the whole look. After I'm done waiting for the glue to dry, I'm just going to touch up any imperfections. Say if there's like any glue showing, or if my liner got messed up from me putting lashes on, I'm just going to apply Maybelline's waterproof liquid eyeliner right over any imperfections. And this is the look, guys. I hope you guys liked it. And here are the final pictures. Say bye to everyone.
Fair one.